Questions for oral answer. Would some honourable member care to move that the House take note of miscellaneous business?
Mr Speaker.
The Honourable Nanaia Mahuta.
Mr Speaker, 73% in my electorate earn $40,000 or less. Tax cuts announced in National's budget 2010 will mean very little, in fact nothing at all to them. The great majority of workers in my electorate and many other Māori electorates throughout the country. Mr Speaker, not one constituent has expressed optimism about the impacts of tax cuts in places like Te Kuiti, Tuakau, Pukekohe, Tokoroa, Paeroa or Thames. Not one, because they know Budget 2010 will not deliver to them. They know that the sharp edges of the recession may have been softened for the small percentage of Kiwis, but not for the large majority. Those same tax cuts are exasperated by rising inflation, making the cost of living pressures a real issue for far too many families in my electorate. Mr Speaker, National has promoted this budget as positive for growth and jobs. Meanwhile, 60,000 young people are unemployed. Job Ops has been promoted as an ambitious solution to solve that problem, but it's a short-term fix to a long-term challenge. It's a short-term fix to a long-term challenge. There's nothing in the budget to increase the uptake of modern apprenticeships. I was in Raglan last week and heard a story of a young man keen to take up an apprenticeship. He did okay at school, but his own teachers, by their own admission, would say that he was better learning with his hands. And he wanted to do an apprenticeship, he wanted to take up a trade. He was no slouch, but he wasn't able to take up a modern apprenticeship, and there is nothing in this budget to encourage many more young people like him throughout the country who want to earn while they learn. There was no opportunity for him to take up a modern apprenticeship placement, and the government hasn't recognised that there are heaps and heaps of young people throughout the country who do want to work, but 60,000 are currently out of work. Nothing in the budget to address that particular challenge. National's throwing a lifeline of a 6-month training op to them. A 6-month training opportunity. And what is it going to do? Very little. They don't want a training opportunity. They want to work. They want a job. They want to earn while they learn. There is no vision, no ambition for young people from National's budget 2010. Mr Speaker, families are bracing themselves for the impact of GST increases. It will hurt. Increased costs to the weekly Kai bill. Take, for example, a Kai bill, weekly bill of $261, add to that 15%, an extra $39.15 per week on that whānau's Kai bill. It's going to hurt. Increased costs to the mortgage or rental payments, increased costs for school uniforms for the kids, increased costs for household items and for rates. So if we look at the rates, take an annual bill of $2,006.23, add to that 15%, $393 extra a year. I heard a comment over here, must be a nice house. In fact, a house in Kawhia, rates in Kawhia actually more than that. And those are humble batches, so let's be very clear. The member for ACT has no idea what everyday families are paying in rates. He should be ashamed. He should be ashamed, because far too many... What did he say? He knows Kawhia very well. He obviously doesn't know their rates bill, not that well at all. He should be ashamed that he is supporting 15% increase to rates bills, which will add around about $300 a year on them. And for those pensioners in Kawhia, they won't be getting any more out of rates rate rebate, because that's gone under National's budget 2010. Mr Speaker, GST hikes will hurt. No matter how National slices and dices its message, GST hikes will hurt. It will hurt many households, many Māori households, many whānau, and I know Hone Harawira doesn't like that particular thing. These are the types of changes that Māori families and individuals will feel, because it will hurt them in the pocket. 5 members of the Māori Party voted for these changes on the basis that they have made far too many gains to turn back now. Far too many gains to turn back now. Well, let's look at the checklist. Let's look at the checklist. Flying a flag on one day of the year. Yes, they delivered that. Woohoo! Done. One day of the year a flag, but it means very little. Repealing the Foreshore and Seabed Act, done, but the solution isn't what they promoted out in the communities. Declaration on the rights of Indigenous people, done, but means very little law to far too many people. Ask Tūhoe.
Order. Honourable Question.